Alrighty, folks. Hey, it's Farrell with Crowd Surfing. We're down here on 25th Street, the big car show. They got some really great vehicles like this. Let's walk around, talk to some people, and find out what it's all about. Alrighty, I'm here with
Penny.
And Penny, can you tell me a little bit about your car?
This is my grandmother's car, and it has original. It's a 1967 Dodge Polara, and it has original 50,000 miles on it. We pulled it out of her garage after all the years it had sat there and started it up, and now we take it cruising.
Farrell. Nice to meet you, bro. Where are you from?
Ogden.
You're from Ogden? Mm-hmm. That explains a lot.
See, why does everybody always have bad things to say about Ogden? This is the greatest town in the country, my friend.
I was born in Ogden, but I've never lived in Ogden.
That's because we didn't want you.
I know, exactly. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I know how to get around. So.
Well, you got this bus.
Where did I get this bus?
No, I said you have this bus to get around on, right?
Bus? Yeah, well, we found it double parked. It was kind of blocking the roadway. I just hopped in the seat and found the keys under the mat, started it up, moved it over here. Thought it would be a good novelty for the car show today.
Okay, I'm here with
Nicholas Pepe.
And Nick, you brought down your sprint car?
I did, yep. I'm racing down at RMR. Just came to promote some sponsors down here at the car show.
So, I've seen these races before, and it seems like you guys just slide around the track most of the time, right?
Oh yeah. They're pretty quick. They just hook up and go, and
they're like the original drift car, right?
That's right. Yep.
So it's all original. You guys haven't done anything with it.
I haven't done anything with it.
I know a few derby guys that would give you some money for this.
How much money?
Well, probably not as much as you'd want for it, I'm sure.
Everything's for sale as long as the price is right.
That's right.
Hey.
So 50,000 original miles.
Yes.
So do you drive it on your travels back and forth?
We just go cruising in it mostly, drive it around just for fun.
You know what you ought to do is you ought to just turn that one around and just head them towards about 30 miles an hour and see which one.
Okay, well, 30 and 30, that'd be a 60-mile-per-hour crash. We'd probably be cleaning up a lot of debris.
Well, we'll let the good folks of Ogden City clean it up. It's my idea.
Yeah, actually, we have a radio. We could get the first responders here pretty quick. Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about this bus?
Well, this is one of our diesel-electric hybrid buses. It's the newest bus we have in the fleet in Mount Ogden. But basically, it is propelled by diesel fuel, and then when you're moving down the road, it'll actually charge the batteries. So we get much better fuel efficiency on this road, and the emissions are basically the air that comes out of the exhaust on this bus is probably cleaner than the air that we're breathing at this moment right now, Farrell.
So the question I have is got something more manly than pink and purple? I mean, than purple and yellow? I mean,
you know, that's my car owner's colors. He's known for those colors, so he's pretty big down there, Jimmy Waters, and just wanted to keep them that color. They're well known, so.
So how many races generally in a year do you run?
About 9. This year we're running 9 races. I got 7 more.
What's the furthest you've taken it?
Salt Lake City.
Really? So do you ever like drive it to work for fun and leave it parked in a parking lot and let everybody look at it?
Yes, I've done that.
Have you make everybody jealous?
Yeah, everybody says, whose old car is that out there?
And does anybody besides me reference it as a good derby car? Have you heard that before?
No, nobody has been that insulting.
That's not in see. So
anyway, do you want to go take a couple of puffs off the exhaust? I think that, just kind of like an oxygen tank.
I'm trying to quit. I can't. So it's got big batteries. It charges. And diesel, so
yeah,
like when you park it at a light, it shuts off. And how does that work?
Well, when you first start it, it seems like it's not starting up, and so a lot of operators, they start it. It's very, very quiet. It's very, very powerful off the line. Okay, but then when you're using it, it's very efficient down the road. So the power kind of subsides after you've taken off.
What kind of motor they have in those?
It's a Chevy 360. It has about 720 horsepower. 1,300-pound car, so they're pretty quick.
I was just going to say, how fast do you think you're going on? I don't imagine you have a speedometer, so you know.
Yeah, no speedometer. Just about the start-finish line, we're hitting about a little over 100, and by the end of the straightaway, about 130, 140. Just on.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah. On that short track, it's 3/8 mile track, so you get going pretty good.
The people you work with, what have you had anybody offer to buy it from you?
They'd like to buy it from me.
And so you sell it?
$8,500. And I said no.
Someone offered you $8,500? Where do you work? People have that kind of money.
I can't tell you where I work. I have to kill you.
You'd have to kill me.
I'd have to kill
You work for the CIA.
I do.
Oh, jeez. $8,500.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
And you didn't take it?
No, I didn't take it. Look at this beauty. Why would I take it?
Well, I don't know. I guess you CIA people got, you know.
We don't make much. It's whatever the news is telling you, it's wrong.
Is it?
Yeah, it's wrong.
All righty, Penny. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
The weird thing about this bus is the engine isn't as big, so you don't have the rear traction that our other buses have had. So we've had to make some adjustments with this bus, like when we're driving on slippery roads a little bit, because we're not used to having such a light amount of weight. You could fish. You could have some fun doing donuts in this bus. Yeah.
So that's a great question. Have you guys ever gotten one of these stuck in the snow?
I don't know. Is the Pope Catholic?
Yes.
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
I
right.
should have said that. I don't know where that came from.
So how often do they run the sprint cars down there?
They got a limited schedule, probably a couple of times a month throughout the summer, and yeah, it goes till about October.
So is it a good way to meet girls? Tell them I'm a race car driver.
Hey, you never know. Yeah.
You can work that in somehow, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All righty, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm here with
Doug Wood.
And Doug, can you tell me a little bit about your truck? Because on the outside, it looks like just an old beat-up International.
Yeah, it's a 48 International. I found it in a field maybe 5 years ago, free, and crammed a 97 Cummins in it.
Really? So, essentially, it's I don't know how to explain it. What drivetrain, everything, all.
Drivetrain, everything is Dodge, and then the axles are all 48 International.
Oh, really? So like the original axles that come on it when it's...
Axles, everything, brakes, everything's original.
Oh, even the brakes. Oh, drum brakes all the way around, I'd assume.
Yep.
Really? I guess it would be...
Drives nice.
Guess it'd be hard to find disc brakes anywhere, huh?
Yeah. But it's got power steering, power brakes. It runs really tight.
You know what? Our operators are really good. The challenge when you're using a UTA bus, and our operators are top-notch with safety, and rarely do we have incidences in the snow. As a matter of fact, this last winter we had some pretty rough storms. We started ski service here in Ogden. We were heading up to Powder Mountain and Snow Basin with our buses for the first time in several years, basically without incident. But the challenge here is most of the roads are crowned, so the water can move off of the road. And so if you take the bus into the curb to provide service to the customer, the bus can't get out. But that's the limit of getting stuck. And then you might have to get a maintenance person to come in. And they got big rubber bumpers on our maintenance trucks. Give you a little push and get you on your way.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Jay Richens.
And Jay, can you tell me a little bit about your car?
32 Ford Roadster. It's got a blown 383 Chevy, 450 B&M blower. It's got Zoomy headers on it. It's got about 425 horse, and a lot of fun to drive.
Pretty quick?
Pretty darn quick.
I mean, not that you'd break a speed. I was going to say them headers. Not you'd break a speed limit law, but you assume it would be fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Yeah, it's a lot of fun too.
Besides just show it, I mean, do you pull anything with it? Do you use it daily, or is it just kind of a toy?
With it and stuff. Yeah, I've got 5 or 6 other cars I pull with it. And
so where'd you find the motor for this? Just out of a wrecked truck, or?
Yeah, it was a wrecked truck that I salvaged. 97 1-ton.
Some people would say you got the best part of the Dodge right there, and
it's the only part I wanted.
And then when you get off work and you go back to wherever it is the operator's at, all his buddies tease him, huh? You're such an idiot. You got stuck. You got to buy everybody donuts.
You got to be careful, because yes, you will definitely get there are some famous people down at the garage.
Work with the same kind of people I work with, obviously.
I don't know. You work with some pretty crazy people. You got to be crazy to work in traffic.
I don't want to say crazy, because they might come after me if I say that.
Okay.
So how much time do you have into building this?
You got about 1.5 years, working mostly on the weekends, and just staying after it. It's just you never quit building them. Once they're finished, you're always changing them around a little bit. And
There's something new you want, huh?
yeah. Like when I changed the exhaust out, and I put the blower on one year, and then I changed the tires and wheels out this year, and just keep changing up so don't get bored with it.
All righty, man. Well, we stopped you. He's getting ready to leave, so I'll let you go. But thank you for talking with me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So how long did it take you to do something like this?
It took me a little over 2 years, just, on weekends and after work type of stuff.
How much fabrication did it take to stuff all that in there, or was there plenty of room?
No, it took quite a bit. If you look inside, I had to cut the whole cab out, put an oil barrel for a firewall, box the frame in. I literally dismantled the truck, put the motor in, and then built the truck back around the motor.
Really? So built pretty tough, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bulletproof.
Right on. Well, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Transit is its own world. And everything that our operators and that the employees deal with transit is kind of unexplainable. When I first started here, they give you a pre-quiz on transit terminology, and they laugh at you, I guess, when they score them. But when I put down an answer to the definition of deadhead, I put, someone that listens to the Grateful Dead.
Jerry Garcia.
That's not the answer. No. It's when a bus is just going empty to the starting location of its route. But I tried. At least I put something, right?
How are you supposed to know that?
I don't know.
All right, here's a random idea for the show called People Farrell Ran Into That He Knows. Hey, how you doing, Nate?
Good, you?
I'm all right. So what do you think of the cars?
You know what? There's a lot of nice rides out here. There's actually a Chevy up there that's a cherried out one that's looking good.
Nice and Chevy shouldn't be in the same sentence, Nate.
I know. Man put a lot of work into it, though. You got to give him credit.
Well, I had a friend that tells me all that money, all that time, and still you got the Chevy.
Yeah, I could see your point on that one. Yeah.
All right, I'm here with...
Pardon me?
Your name?
Dale Fridley.
And Dale, can you tell me a little bit about this car? It's got 2 motors in it. That's crazy.
Yes, I've gotten to the point where I can't imagine somebody just putting one motor in a vehicle.
How do you make something like that work? I imagine it's kind of tricky, isn't it?
Yes, they're hooked together with 2 sprockets and a double roller chain. That's what ties them together. They're both in line. They both run together. They're Buick aluminum 215s from the early 60s. 61, 2, and 3 that engine was made.
I think you're right.
It's a lot of stuff. Oh, my gosh. A Billy bus? I'm like, what, a bus driven by Billy? Well, no, that's
William.
William, yeah. But that's when they go and educate, young people at elementary schools on how to use public transportation, stay safe around our buses. UTA is very customer service oriented, and they're very safety oriented, especially now that with the arrival of trains, front runner tracks, and all that stuff. We're very conscious about the safety of the people that use our service and the people that are just around our service every day that may not actually use it. So,
right on. Well, hey, I really appreciate your time.
Farrell,
thank you for talking with me.
You, man, you're great. Appreciate it. You have a blessed day.
You too.
So, yeah, you got to get one of these cars for yourself and fix one up.
I would. Unfortunately, I don't have the patience for that.
See, and I have plenty of time, and I have a fair amount of patience. My problem is I don't know money.
Yeah. See, money, yeah, that's the real issue right there.
I thought you were independently wealthy. You're like, I don't got patience. I got plenty of money.
For being a single guy, I got some, but not like this. Not what I need here.
So when you get those to run together like that, do they got to be in sync? If one of them dies, will the other one pull it, or is it just shut everything down? Or
no, one will pull it. One pulls it. If one lacks up, you can't hardly tell it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the other pull. I start them both off of one starter. The back motor has a starter. Front motor has the manual water pump and runs the alternator. The second motor is powered with a water system with electric pump. That's what feeds that one. And they're both tied together, both in sync. Back motor has a clutch, the transmission, and so forth. So,
Artie, I'm here with
Mauricio Gonzalez.
And can you tell me what it is you do for UTA?
I drive the bus.
Just which bus?
I drive all the routes in Ogden and everything that's out of Ogden.
Really? So, are they ever going to let you drive the train?
I have an opportunity to drive the train. I don't particularly foresee myself doing it now.
If I was you, I would tease the guys that drive the train, because the big steam locomotive come into Ogden. He's proud of his train. I'm like, dude, how hard is it to drive a train? It's on rails. What do you do?
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there.
So you got to tease the train guys. You guys don't do anything.
Yeah, I will when I get that next opportunity.
I think a lot of these guys, when they retire, they're gonna have to sell their car because they've got their entire retirement fund in it.
Yeah. I mean, if they ever get in a pinch, that's their 401k, I guess.
Or their wife's like, sell your car and give me some money.
I'd say bye.
You'd be like, kick rock, sweetheart.
Yeah, because that's not going to argue with me later.
It's going to cost you as much money if it. Well, I can't really say what the saying is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
All righty, Nate. Well, hey, I thank you for talking to me, man.
Hey, it's good to see you again, Farrell.
You too.
Take care.
So I've heard you got to sync, like cars that have 2 carburetors or 3 carburetors. You got to sync them all. Syncing 2 engines. I don't know. That seems pretty tough to do.
Not too bad. I run them, overhaul them exactly the same, build them the same, run them individually on a stand first, set them up exactly the same, and give it that shot.
So do you drive the brand spanking new bus?
I drive them all, yeah, from the 1999 to 2012 is what we have in Ogden.
So just every route in Ogden.
Pretty much, except for the ones that are taken.
It's like a paper route. You got to take it and you got to wait because it's for someone to quit if you want the good one. Or?
Exactly, seniority. It's based on seniority, so.
Oh, really? So you can kind of pick and choose your route if you've been long enough.
Exactly, and I've only been there 10 months, so.
Oh, wow.
At the bottom of the totem pole.
I keep running into all kinds of people I know. First Nate and now Leon. So, what are you doing down here, man?
I'm just down here chilling with my bud Doug, owns the Volksrad shop here in Ogden. He does some massive fabrication for these old Volkswagens. And we're just chilling out with the people, picking some winners in the car show, just enjoying the night, man.
Oh, are you guys judging that, or?
We're not judging it. We actually picked a car to win.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah. We picked it for Sean over here at the Gents Barber Shop. He's doing the old school hot towel shaves. He's pretty busy, so he sent us off with his sheet to do his award for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, I've off-timed them. I've tried to run them like a 16-cylinder, and the only thing it does is make a different sound in the exhaust. It don't cut the power. It don't change it a bit. So right now they're both running on top dead center.
So is it fast? So, I mean, did it make a difference when you jump on it? You know you got 2 engines in there?
As fast as you want. a lot of torque.
So what's your dream route? What would be the best one you could get?
I don't know. This is pretty good work today.
Yeah, not too tough. I'm just hanging out.
I like them all pretty much.
You ought to talk them and let you take this bus around one day.
That's a very limited opportunity.
They won't let you
understand.
They won't let you drive that one very much, huh?
No, we have a lot of drivers and only 2 are allowed.
Oh, really?
Understand?
Are the keys in it? I'll jump start it right now.
Go ahead.
He's like, go ahead. See, why you want me in trouble? So, what do you know about this? What's the big tube on the side?
Dude,
is that a mailbox?
No, man. These are old school swamp coolers. What you'd actually do is you'd fill that thing up with water on the inside, and then there's a swamp cooler pad in there, and then 2 strings come through into the cab. And what you do is you take those 2 strings and you pull them back and forth, and it rolls the pad in the water, and then the cold air comes through the front, and it works just like a swamp cooler for your house.
That's cool. I've heard of a guy trying to run his windshield wiper through the string, but never his air conditioner.
Hey, man, when it's coming down outside, you don't care what moves those windshield wipers, as long as it gets that water off the windshield.
If you were to drive it fast, what would be the fastest you would drive it?
Oh, I'd run to 150.
Holy smokes! Really?
Oh, yeah.
No trouble, just...
I've run at 100 out on the highway when it was feasible, when there was no traffic and so forth. And at 100, you don't know you're moving. With a 140-inch wheelbase under the car, it's so straight and smooth that I run it up to 100 and then just kind of backed out of it and held it at 100 for about 3 miles. And that's the fastest and the longest I've stayed with it. And it's good.
Well, that'd be great for texting. You wouldn't have to worry about driving too much. You could text 200 miles an hour and it'll just keep going.
Don't text.
Oh.
Yeah, don't text.
All righty. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
You bet. Thank you.
Actually, the keys aren't in it from what I...
They're probably under the sun visor. That's where...
But the driver is sitting on the other side.
I probably wouldn't be able to find it to put it in first gear anyway. They'd have OPD here quick in a hurry before I got anywhere. All righty, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Very much.
So when are you going to build you one of these?
Well, right now I have 7.
Are you even built it?
All in the process.
You ought to just do one at a time.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem is sticking with one at a time. But yeah, I got 7.
That's one thing I know about you is if you're into something, you're not just kind of like, well, you're either in it or you're out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And my wife's pretty fed up with it too. Dude, this straight yard looks like Sanford and Son, man. We got some cars up on blocks out in the back. I'm trying to hide them with other junk. It's not working anymore.
Well, maybe what you need to do is get you one of them mobile homes and put up there.
Who said I didn't?
Well, that's a bus mobile home.
I got a 79 Westfalia Campmobile. It's in the garage, dude. I got one.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, I appreciate talking to me. Thanks.
Good to see you, Phil. Later.
Alrighty, I am here with
Cindy Simone.
Cindy, can you tell me a little bit about your car?
Yes, I bought this Miata. It's a 2011. I bought it from Bountiful Mazda, and I've had it 2 years and I have 4,500 miles on it.
Oh, really? You've driven it a little bit then?
Driven it into the ground.
Alrighty, I am here with
Kent Jorgensen.
And I think we talked to you last year a little bit about your old bus.
You did. And vintage bus.
Sorry, yeah, old.
Yes.
Old implies that it's not any good anymore, right?
That is correct.
So, and you have the new one up there, right?
Yes, just to give a comparison, we want people to see what it was like to take a bus, in the early 50s, and then what it's like to take a bus now.
And which one do you like better?
I think people love this vintage bus much, much more. They say it's comfortable, it's unique, it's interesting. It just has a lot of nostalgia.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Dan Musgrave.
And Dan, can you tell me a little bit about your cars? You said you have two of them.
Well, I've got two cars because one is a 67, one is an 07, and I wanted everybody to see the difference. One's power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, convertible. The other one runs hot. Lucky to get it here, but it's a beautiful old car.
So is there anything special, or is it just...
It's got a retractable hardtop on it, and I got that for safety values. I can put it up and down for you if you like, but I would rather have a hardtop than a ragtop for security, because I'm a woman.
Oh yeah, people can just take and cut open a ragtop, huh? How about weight? Like this bus compared to the newer bus, is it heavier, lighter?
We know what we have different technologies. I think the overall weight of the older buses may be, I don't know, they may be in comparison, but they're just different. They're built different.
Is this diesel or is this gas?
This is gas.
And the newer ones are diesel, correct?
Yes, but we have a whole range. I mean, we have the diesel, we have, we have hybrid, we have natural gas. So we're looking at different types of, fuels to help the environment. And
so you have a hybrid bus, like a battery gas.
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been great. We have those in all parts of our service area. So here in Ogden and Salt Lake.
So which one do you like driving more?
I like driving this one because it's got air conditioning and a heater.
And it's nice and smooth.
Smooth, yeah, makes all the difference. This is fun for show. That's fun for comfort.
What do you get more looks in, though? Don't worry, I won't tell the wife or nothing. I'll keep that between us.
Everybody likes them both. It's fun to see the difference between the two, 40-year difference.
That's really cool. I didn't think about that till you pointed it out to me because I'm not good at math, basically.
Yeah.
And today I had an unfortunate accident.
In this?
In this. I was coming down to the car show. I was next to that building over there. There was cars in front of me stopped, cars behind me. So of course I'm stopped. I seen backup lights on a lady on her car. I yelled, I honked my horn, everybody yelled, and she kept coming and she went right into
Oh, right there. Oh man, it wasn't that FBI lady with that Polaro, was it?
No, it was it was a nice gal from Roosters who has insurance, but it broke my heart.
I bet, because this car's in great shape.
I was a day and a half cleaning it. I even cleaned the engine, and it will probably cost me in the car show because
that ding.
Unless they have a Band-Aid award.
Hey, there you go. We can do that.
But it's okay. I'll be back next year.
Alrighty, well, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Nice meeting you.
We got like a big solar panel on top or something. I know the trains have the wires on top they follow.
That's right.
Is it just...
We don't have solar yet, but, we have the electric trains, and then we have the diesel, locomotives, front runner. So we have a mix of a little bit about everything.
Well, right on. Well, these, I got to say, these old buses are cool. And I kind of like the color of this bus better than the new paint scheme of you know what? Here's an idea. I'm full of great ideas. UT ought to just bring this back for 1 year, like a 100th anniversary or something. Paint everything the yellow and, what is that, mustard yellow and forest green. That's great.
That'd be fun.
We want to thank everybody coming down to the car show. It's been huge this year.
This is great. You know what? This is honestly one of the most fun things to do all year long is a car show. This and the Arts Festival.
Huge crowds this year. This has been fantastic. So we're just prepping now for Farmers Market starting July 13th with the Wild West Shootouts.
They're going to do that again, huh?
Yeah.
They were doing that last year. I came around the farmer's market and heard them gunshots. It scared me to death because I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, you'll be ready this year. And then Monday is the Monday night movies here at dusk. About this time, we'll be showing the big screen theater there at the amphitheater. Free movies, everybody come down.
Right on. All right, well, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Again, thanks.
All right, I'm here with
Natalie Summers.
And Natalie, can you tell me a little bit about what it is you're doing down here?
We are here to promote the Hot Rockin' 4th, which is on the 4th of July. It's the largest demolition derby in the western United States. We'll have 60 cars and 12 trucks out in the arena to bash each other up and show us a good time on the 4th of July.
So is this your car? Is this the one you're driving? Or?
Well, we're not driving this one. It's a little bit heavy for the derby, but there will be a lot of cars out there that'll be fun to watch.
All right, I'm here with
Dalton Gullo.
And Dalton, somebody, I think it was your grandfather, told me you know a thing or two about these cars?
A little bit, yeah.
Somebody told me that there's no way you could run this car. Well, why couldn't you? Just like a derby car to me.
It is completely illegal out here. It can't be ran in Utah. There's way too much welding. All the inner seams are welded. They actually took Hardox, which is dumpster steel, and skinned the whole front of the car, and then drilled holes into the inner skin and welded it to the inner skin.
So,
where a regular car weighs about 3,000 pounds, a derby car, this one weighs about 65 to 7,000 pounds. So,
in the old days, the color scheme was the same throughout the country. So this is the same color scheme that Rosa Parks era bus. The only difference is that she had a back door on her bus. So it's the same type of bus, same General Motors, and so it's brought back a lot of memories for people.
Yeah, I bet. So this is the same type bus that Rosa Parks?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting. All righty, well, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
So what are we doing with this car down here tonight?
Well, this is our display demo car. It used to be a car that's legal, but now the metal on it's too heavy. They don't allow that, and so we use it to drive around and show off at different places to promote the derbies, and sometimes at the derbies, people can get in and drive it.
I'll let them cruise around, but not crash it, of course.
Of course. No crashing.
That's a crying shame. There's a lot of work in that car, and now you can't run it.
That's right.
You should talk them into letting you drive it anyway.
Well, I don't know about that. Only if I could drive it on the street. Then everyone would have to get out of my way.
You just tape a flashlight to the side, and you got headlights, and it's street legal.
It's perfect.
Awesome. All righty, well, hey, thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy the show.
2 years in a row, we've been down here to the car show. Come talk to Kyle Service Center. He's Bill's mechanic. Bill's like, hey, you got to get Kyle. Kyle's an awesome guy. 2 years in a row, he's gone. Hey, have you seen Kyle anywhere at all?
No.
Yeah, me either. So I think you know what it is? He's off with his wife. When we do see Kyle, we're like, hey, we like to talk to your wife about the tires, and she's not around either. He must be hanging out with her. So they actually have metal up inside on top of metal.
Yes.
Sounds like an Anvil song, metal on metal.
Well, and the cage in the inside actually goes directly to the frame, too.
Oh, so they welded a roll cage?
Cars go straight down to the frame.
So what we're trying to say is after the nuclear holocaust, all it's going to be left is cockroaches in this.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, I hope I get to it first so I got something to drive. Alrighty, man. Hey, I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking with me.
Thanks.
Alrighty, folks. Hey, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. See you later.